I'm going to be completely honest. I have no idea what happened. I touched the mouse pad the wrong way and it ended the whole video. So sorry about that, guys. And I don't remember what I was talking about when it happened. So if I was on your question, re-ask your question so that I can continue answering it, because I'm scatterbrained and I don't remember what I was talking about when the live stream ended. And I tried really, really hard to get it back, and YouTube said no. So, take 3. Good. All right, back to questions. Yeah. Yeah. I really can't remember what we were talking about. So, don't do that. I'm sad. We were up to like 10 people and now we have 2. But thank you for sticking with me, whoever the 2 of you are. I appreciate it. Bones is probably stalking the video from somewhere too, so wherever he may be in Texas. Does anybody have any more questions for me? Or any of the same questions that you need further elaboration on that I didn't answer all the way for you, that you still have things you need to know about? I'll answer those too. Just questions. I'll answer questions. Most questions. I won't answer all questions. There are some things I won't answer, but most things I will. Or we can just chill with me rambling to the camera nervously because no one has questions. What have I been doing? Nothing, honestly. I'm a nerd, so when I get off work every night, I have these to keep me company. I also have a 7-movie pack of DC movies over there, and I have 2 versions of Call of Duty with me. And I just republished Bones's books on a different website so that more people can see them. So if you haven't bought them yet, go buy them. Support him. Help him make money. Thank you for sticking with the channel this long, because we're super close to getting monetized, so that's fun. And Doggo gets a giant bone, if you remember us promising that to her way back when. At 500 subscribers, we were like, if we get to 1,000 subscribers, you can have a big bone. So she gets the giant rawhide bone from Walmart if we get to 1,000 subscribers. So do it for Doggo. I've been doing it for 2 years and I still don't look like a professional, so y'all are good. I'm talking about Bones' comment, by the way, if you wonder what's going on. Otherwise, basically all I've been doing is cleaning up some like unfiled stuff in the office and getting a lot of stuff put into the computer, because they had a lot of paper files, but we wanted them in a digital format so that you could access them from remotely, so you don't have to be in the office to work on invoicing or drivers or trucks or whatever you're working on. We wanted it to be digital so that you could log onto a program and see how much money you spent on a truck this year, or when someone needs an oil change, how much you owe a driver. We just wanted it all in one place instead of just in a bunch of paper files everywhere. So working on putting stuff in the system and cleaning up the paper filing system and working on back billing for the car hauling division. Just been having a good old time in the office, really. Other than that, I don't really. I went to a movie a few weeks ago, last week. I don't know. It's been a while. I don't really get out much because it's Chicago and I don't want to get in trouble. So I just kind of stay in the hotel where I can't get in trouble. That's my theory. If I'm in the hotel, then I can't get in trouble. I stayed up late last night and I should not have, and I'm regretting it. I was appliance installing for a while. I had a channel that I don't really put anything on anymore, but I have a channel. It's called Appliance Adventures with Paperwork Princess, and I haven't put a video on in a very long time. Because I don't do anything interesting anymore. But appliance installing was fun. It was a good experience. I got to learn something about a new trade that I had never done, and that's always fun. It's always good to get new skills. And it kind of gave me the opportunity to be into the position that I'm in now, and I kind of like it, sort of, except for being in an office all the time. So that's fun. I'm just not really a stuck in a room kind of person, I guess. Like, I like getting out and seeing things other than a big white wall. So, yeah. I'm gonna start doing shenanigans in the hotel room and I don't know, spray painting a smiley face on my head or something. Dye my hair electric blue for fun. Just kidding. I mean, maybe just kidding. I could go electric blue. It would be very interesting. I'm awkward on camera. Well, my YouTube channel didn't take off because I'm awkward on camera. But I miss it as much as I'm awkward. I miss being on the road and being on camera all the time because it was more fun than chilling in this hotel room. Buy these. They're available a lot of places now. Barnes & Noble online, Apple Music or Apple Books online, Amazon. They're available a lot of places and they're good books. So support Bones. Buy his books. They're westerns, not just Bigfoot. So that's fun. Yes, buy them. And he's working on more for the series, so get caught up before the new ones come out. We also have merch, so buy that too. There's pictures that we've taken that are really cool that we turned into prints. And there's Trucking with Bones shirts, and then there's just regular car hauler shirts for those of you who are a car hauler and want to represent being a car hauler, I guess. There's some shirts that are just car hauling on there. It's really cool. It's a Teespring store. I'm pretty sure it's in the description of most of our videos. There's also a link to it on the channel itself, like in the header thingy. It says Trucking with Bones merch. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I feel like a walking promotional billboard telling you to buy things. Or just tell your friends to subscribe because, we're very close to getting 1,000 subscribers. And then we're going to throw a party and buy stuff for Doggo. And probably ourselves. Cheesecake. We're going to get cheesecake. That's why he misses me secretly, because I bought him cheesecake a lot. And because he's probably tired of cooking for himself. It cannot be entertaining to just sit here and listen to me ramble. So somebody, anybody, ask a question about something. Car hauling, dispatching, life in general. I don't care. But advice is as good as what you pay for it. So just remember that if you take any of the advice I give you and it turns out badly for you in life. Just kidding. I could be a motivational coach. No, just kidding. God bless the 5 of you that are still in here listening to me ramble. I don't really know what else to talk about though. So if you guys don't have any more questions, then I'll sign off and let you enjoy the rest of your evening and not have to listen to me awkwardly ramble on camera anymore. I didn't see Grandpa in here, but I'm sure he'll log on and listen to this later. So, hey, Grandpa, love you. We missed you on the live stream. Bones would like for me. No, I'm just kidding. So dispatching is, in theory, not difficult, but in practice, very difficult, I guess is the best way to describe it, because you kind of have to be able to visualize a trailer and what goes on a trailer. And I have an advantage because I've been a driver too, and I've been out there and I know what certain loads weigh. And so when I'm looking at vehicles for a load, I can get an idea of how much that load's going to weigh and what other vehicles my driver can get on. But if you don't have that experience on the road, it's still not it's not detrimental. It's just you have to have the ability to see things like routing. You have to make sure the routing makes sense and not your driver's going on this straight line. Hold on, time out. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is where your driver's starting. And he goes down this line and ends right there. So that's his route. If you book him a vehicle right there, he's not going to be very excited about the amount of miles that you just added to his trip, because now he has to start here and then go over here and then go down here. Probably not in that curvy of a line, but don't do that to your driver if you can avoid it. If that's the only thing and he absolutely does not want that spot to be empty, then that makes sense. Do what your driver wants, but if you're dispatching and he's trusting your good judgment, don't send him off to the middle of nowhere to get a car that doesn't make sense. You can't be lazy as a dispatcher. You can't. It's got to come first before everything. Literally everything. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you should think about is dispatching. Especially if you don't have a load booked for your driver. stay ahead of your driver. Like, they don't like getting places and not knowing what they're picking up. If you know your driver's going to be in Dallas tomorrow, have him a load ready for tomorrow. Like, don't let him get there and then be like, oh yeah, I'm working on it. No, don't do that. You have to actually have a load for him, or else he's going to get tired of you and fire you, and that's not good. Kind of deserve it because you're a bad dispatcher at that point, but that's not good because then you make no money and he makes way less money because now he's got to dispatch himself. And we're just not going to go into that situation. Excuse me. So you kind of have to be able to visualize things. Like, if you got 3 F-350s, 2 cars, Ford Explorer, you got to visualize in your mind, okay, I'm going into so-and-so state, they have so-and-so rules, so these need to go in ABC position on the trailer. You need to think about that so that you can help your driver formulate a plan for what he's going to do. Especially if you're a dispatcher for a new driver, you can't let them just get a bunch of tickets, or else they're going to get mad at you because you're supposed to know better. And you can't, it has to come first, is really the biggest thing. Like, it can't be a second thing in your life. Like, you just got to think dispatching, and everybody else comes second. And if you can see things and you can think and you have like the ability to understand weight distribution and all that, then you're going to be great at it. And even if you don't understand those things, you can learn. You have to be willing to listen to people who already know, that can teach you like the tips and tricks, instead of just acting like you know everything and then your driver struggles because you were too prideful to listen to somebody. Like, if you don't know it, it's okay. It's okay not to know it. That's why we have education. It's not okay to not know it and refuse education and then just remain ignorant. Like, that's no bueno. You got to learn, or you got to find a different job, because your job not only dictates your pay, but also your driver's pay. So you have a big responsibility, and if you're not taking that responsibility serious enough, then you need to give the job to somebody who is going to take it serious. 2 + 2 is 4. Bones. It's probably for one of his trip sheets. Just kidding. I'm gonna get in trouble for that comment later. Just kidding. He's bad at math, y'all. And I never realized quite how bad it was until I was the one in the office processing his terrible trip sheets. And he's bad at math. Yes. Thank you for the 2 thumbs up. I don't know who you were, but I appreciate it. Thank you for the confidence boost, or, whatever. For listening to me ramble and thinking it was good enough for a thumbs up. Do we have any more questions? Comments, concerns, suggestions? Having a side conversation with Bones. That's why I keep looking that way. That's where my cell phone is. Cell phone. Oh, boy. Who's Ellie Knight? I'm gonna look her up. Mapping tips. I don't like drawing maps personally, but some people find it really, really helpful. When I first started on the truck and I was brand new into the business and into being on the road and just into leaving Tennessee in general, Bones made me draw maps to help us know where we're going. And he would like have me draw all the major roads and the cities that we were going to and where everything dropped in those cities. And then we would pick out what made the most sense for us to go to first, so we weren't like, give me a second. Let me arch real quick. The city looks awful. Okay. Okay. This is cute, I know. Okay, so you're coming into the city at 1 and you're leaving at 2. And all the X's are your stops. Seems really simple, but to some people, it's not. And to other people, rocket science is simple. So, theory in this business. So, you would shortest route it. That just looks like a bunch of lines. But you just really want to make sure that you're not driving past a delivery to go to another delivery. Like, you don't want to have to, I just smacked myself in the face. Anyways, you don't want to have to, like, go here for a delivery. Like, come from here to go here. You get there and deliver, and then your other delivery is like here. And you didn't map it out, and you don't know the area, and then you just wasted miles and time that you didn't need to waste. And it might not seem like a lot, but every little thing in the week adds up to some major problems at the end of the week sometimes, like your 10 minutes like overtime to be able to make it to your very last stop of the week or whatever. And you could have saved that 10 minutes if you had just done smart mapping. If you feel like you need it, draw a map of all the major roads and where you're going and what you think the best route will be, and then follow your map. I don't do maps anymore because I've been to the cities that we go to enough times that I have a very good idea of where most everything is. And so when I look at an address and I look at it in the GPS, like I can formulate, all right, this one needs to go first, and then this one, and then pick up this one, and then deliver the rest. Like, it's really easy to formulate a plan when you've been doing it for a while, but when you first start, the maps are definitely a big help. So. I have a problem with making sure my hair looks good. It doesn't usually. But I try. And that's what matters. Back to dispatching. If you're a dispatcher and you're dispatching an in-op, first question you need to ask is, does that vehicle roll, brake, and steer? Because if you just assume and your driver gets there and it doesn't roll, brake, and steer, they're going to hate you. And then they're going to waste a lot of time trying to get it on because it's a pain to get on something that doesn't roll, brake, and steer. Don't do that to your driver. You guys have been listening to me ramble for an hour. You're troopers. Assuming that you were in the first stream and not just this one, but yeah. If there's no other questions, I'll let you get back to your daily lives, and I'm going to go watch Star Trek because I don't think Bones has any jobs for me tonight. And, yeah. Give it to like 28 minutes, and then I will log off if nobody else has any questions for me to answer for them for the evening. Thank you all for joining me, and sorry that I couldn't live stream correctly and that I messed up the second one. I still honestly have no idea what happened, but I ended the stream somehow. I accidentally hit the wrong button. I don't really know. It's my first time using this computer to live stream, and it has really good video quality. But I confused myself and accidentally ended the live stream. So, yes, it was good hanging out with you guys and answering your questions. And if you have any more, you don't have to wait for us to live stream. You can. Our Instagrams are in the description, and Bones does coaching calls if you want to buy those. They're worth the time because he has a lot of information, and there's plenty of ways to reach us if you need to get a hold of us. So thanks for joining me, guys, and have a great night.